Hello there, everybody. Friendly neighborhood webhead here. Yes, it's been quite some time since my last video upload. And yes, my channel has been on hiatus for a bit, but now I'm back. Quite a lot has happened in the months that have followed in 2020. It has been quite a hectic year, a very strange start to the decade. It's been something else, that's for sure. But anyways, up to today's topic of discussion for this video. It is a topic and it is something that the fandom of the Marvel Cinematic Universe at large is unanimous with. And it is concerning Tony Stark's return. Do I think he should return?
Absolutely not.
Now, before you fire on all cylinders at me, just hear me out. Yes, Marvel characters have been known to die and come back to life to the point of losing count in the comics. And while that holds true, it doesn't necessarily mean that should transition over to the movies. As much as I love Robert Downey Jr. in the role of Tony Stark, because, let's face it, no one else can be Tony Stark, his time is past, and I really think that Avengers Endgame was the perfect send-off for his character. And bringing him back to life would really just downplay the sacrificial, enormity, the impact of his noble sacrifice to save the entire universe at the cost of his own life. Especially when Captain America himself had been the one to say in 2012's Avengers that Tony would never be the person to lay his life on the line for anyone other than himself. Really, when you look at it, it's quite poetic. It's the irony and, it's the poetic justice of Tony actually ending up being the selfless hero, sacrificing himself for the greater good. And it is one of the most memorable things out of Endgame, the entire film was memorable. But honestly, the fact that Tony Stark went so far as to do this, knowing what it would cost him, but knowing that it would leave behind the universe saved and the people brought back and Thanos eliminated, it lends that extra weight, that emotional weight. And we as people who have been fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe since the inception of Iron Man in 2008, we've been in for a ride, and it really feels like the closing of a chapter. I shared the same sentiment with Captain America. He got old, he got the girl, he got Peggy. He got the happy ending he deserved after a lifetime of being selfless. He was allowed to be selfish for at least once. And he was able to age, and having him pass on his shield to Sam Wilson, it was like a big symbolism of passing the torch. And as much as I love Sam Wilson, it's still strange to me that Bucky wasn't the one that got the shield. But still, I'm excited for Sam Wilson to be Captain America. That is something that I am very hyped up to see. The time of the old guard has passed. Now it's time to shine the spotlight on all the new heroes that we've been introduced to through the past couple of films, and the countless new heroes that we'll be introduced to in the upcoming films and series that are coming to Disney+. So honestly, Marvel has a very huge catalog of characters, and just because the old guard is done, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't be excited for what's coming forward. As long as Kevin Feige and the big heads at Marvel Studios are, at the helm, I trust their decisions and I trust what they're going to do with the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving forward. Yes, it is a great unknown what's going to happen now and who's going to be the big bad, but I'm very excited overall because, most of the films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe were big experimental gambits. They were, I said gambit. They were big risks because take Guardians of the Galaxy. They were relatively unknown when the film came out and they burst into popularity. Ant-Man, though known in the most recent years before the film's release, he wasn't mentioned as much, but he got popular as well. Kevin Feige has proven that characters that are relatively obscure can be able to shine, and people will go out to see these films. I am more than excited for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially where all the new players are involved. I can't wait for like the next Avengers and God knows how many years from now where we'll have Spider-Man, we'll have Doctor Strange headlining the team, and we'll have all these awesome new characters, and like one or two of the old guard, because obviously Thor's still alive and Hulk's still alive, so I'm pretty sure that they'll still be used in some capacity. Oh, and Hawkeye as well, because, you know, the Disney Plus series, Hawkeye, where he'll be passing the torch on to Kate Bishop, I believe. I may be mistaken. I haven't looked up the information in a while, so it may be a little bit fuzzy. But anyways, like, it's very exciting, and I can't wait to see what the future of the MCU holds. It's going to be an exciting ride, especially when it concerns the next big bad. But that is a video for another time. But anyways, thank you for choosing Otaku Gamer Geek World as your destination for all things geek. And I will be seeing you next time. For real though, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be able to upload more often. Like I'm still, now that I'm back, I'm going to try posting 2 videos a week like I usually do. But obviously, you know, since now I have my own place, as you can see, you know, I'm organizing and stuff, and, you know, obviously I have to adult. I have to do adulting. But, you know, like, I'm going to try my best to upload 2 videos a week. We'll see how this goes. But anyways, wish me luck, and like I said, I will see you next time. As Kronk would say,
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.